What's up everyone, this is ScherBR talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be talking about the Spiral Corridor update. Now we have 130 floors, 30 more than before. In JP there's only 150. The stages beyond 100 will be very hard. They even say here high difficulty floors added. Some new stuff were added as well. When you clear stages beyond 45, every 5 floors you'll be able to get Testament of Might rank 3 to increase the hidden status of your characters. You also find some gem medals and as always spiral tickets. One thing is not so good is they are only giving 5 gems per stage you clear or 50 gems when it's a boss stage. We only have 3 new boss stages and 27 normal stages. You won't be getting much more than you already got in the past. With that said, we need to talk about how to farm strategies. Many of the stages will be 3-wave stages with multiple enemies, or some of them will have only 1 enemy. I will be talking about ones with multiple enemies first and talk about how to make a squad that will work well on this. So first of all, the best new formation to do damage fast and kill the enemies is Hurricane. Why? Because this one will increase the damage output of all slots, especially slot number 1 and slot number 5. We get 50% to STR and agility, so this is perfect for martial arts or any character that's based on STR, and dexterity by 50% as well, meaning that you can use gunners, bow users, and they will also do very good damage. In the middle, you get 3 intelligence slots. You can bring those that can inflict status elements or just pure damage. And many mages will do very good damage and will be able to attack between waves. This is the trick. Bring characters that can attack with AoE 3 times in a row. So, my best squad brings this character, Arthur, the best farmer we have right now with infinite trajectory, and his chase mechanic with missile support damage is pretty high. And then in the middle I brought Creator because he can inflict confusion and he also has a chase mechanic with RNG, but when it triggers it makes the farming even faster. Another one is Apollo because of his passive that buffs his intelligence twice and he can attack 3 times with AoE, but he needs Inheritance of Meteor Swarm. Another very good character for this is Eagle Maul because she has Wicked Rapture and can get PP back. Just increase Melody Shield Streak to 10 so she becomes a full AoEer. Also, if you don't have this version of Apollo with Inheritance, another good one is Bertrand or any other AoE with intelligence based attacks. Now, one of the recent characters that works well in the dexterity position is the newest version of Mikhail. Why? Because he increases his turn order, and because of that, even being on the back losing agility will allow him to go first. Or if you don't have him, bring someone like Zeno or Monica that have a fast attack to start the fight, and then after that it will attack normally. Let's go with this one. I'm even bringing the squad against enemies that are not weak to their elementals, so that we see that even when hitting for neutral, they still do the job. We even got Creator to trigger... oh, 3 hits even. Apollo didn't attack, Mikhail didn't attack. Neutral damage and still pretty good. These enemies, the higher the floor, the higher their agility. The good thing about Eagle Maul, if she dies, she will revive. She just did. In this case of these enemies, we needed an extra turn. This doesn't change much. Now against the dragons, they are weak to pierce. So characters able to do AoE 3 times in a row will be the best ones to use here. Status elements will land once in a while, like here we managed to paralyze the dragons. But if you don't inflict anything, they would just die by damage. RNG may still affect, like they may just focus one character, like they are focusing Gomo, but it should still work. And that's it. Another type of strategy brings Deadly Pierce X, because this one increases the damage of 4 different slots. And I have 2 units that are pretty good to be used here. Xenon, he does not take damage on turn 1, and that is the same case with this version of Monica. So they also have full AoE cycles, working well for farming. I bring this version of Matriarch without any inheritance. She's going to use Twin Penetrate on turn 1 and turn 3. And then we have Verpina, she's going to use Holy Shining Sword, and then Sunflash. I inherited Whirlwind Plus just so if she skips a turn she deals even more damage. And in the back I have Leon, he will heal if someone does not attack, or Imperial Glory if we get to turn 2 without attacking. And this strategies will work for most floors, even the ones before 100, they are even easier. If you hit for the enemy weaknesses, it is even easier. In this case, these enemies are weak to elemental attacks. And all of these characters, besides Monica, do elemental damage. So we are even going overkill. If everyone hits the weaknesses, the damage just increases too much. Also, my weapons are pretty stacked. If you don't have that strong weapons, you'll still be able to clear, but may require more turns. These specific enemies have very high agility, but most of them will not have. Yeah, we needed an extra turn, but they are as good as dead. And now we are going for the third AoE strategy, Hurricane again, and I have Rick in the front line. This is the Rick that everyone has, most people have. Then I have Bune here in the middle. She needs to be the third style, or this one, and you go with full AoE setup. And then there is Bertrand. Bertrand is going to inherit Froze Quake. I left Dry Slot on 16. And then, yeah, Maximus, because Maximus is actually pretty strong. He can just use Shade Blitz and Dark Pulse. And in the back, I'm using Mikhail again, but it can be any other fast attacker that uses bows or rapiers. So again, this is a stage where enemies would not have many weaknesses, so we will have to rely on the raw power of our characters. And Bertrand needs to kill to get PP back. If he does not kill, he will have to skip one turn. He just did it. Can replace him for another mage. Oh, that was a lot of damage against Bertrand. I hope he survives. Oh, we got a combo with 5 people. Second wave. Those enemies do a ton of damage. Hopefully they don't focus on Bertrand. Bertrand killed one target. 2 targets actually, so he got PP back. He evaded one attack even. The dragon has much more. Why did they focus on Bertrand? Has much more HP than the other enemies. But it's still pretty okay. The remaining characters will be able to handle the situation. And sometimes you just have to restart the fight if they focus on a single character too much. As long as all of your characters have AoE cycles, they will handle the situation. Oh look, Maximus using a single target attack. Because of skipped turns. Yeah, already dead. Now some stages will have only one enemy per wave. They have much more HP and more dangerous as well. So I'll show you the squad that I use for these situations. Well, this one is a staple. You can bring Deadly Pierce X because this one increases the turn order of your top character in your bottom one. And I brought Leon because he's very strong. He can charge his gun to the next wave. I also brought Final Impress, or it can be Zeke, a character that just gives strong ward. Another one is Urpina. She deals a lot of damage with Cross Break, and she also heals between waves. And I placed Saruin in the front line because Saruin is very strong. He can resist damage because of Enmity. And the other one is Monica, that could be placed on the front line, but since Saruin also gets stronger by being in the front, I preferred it this way. So these stages can be done on auto, but I'll be doing on manual since they are few. I'm gonna use Sword of Saruin, then Wind Revolver. I can use 100 Lotus with Monica, Cross Break, and normal attack with Final Impress. His enemies may not die on turn 1, they have tons of HP, but as long as Leon keeps using his wind gun, eventually on wave number 3, he's going to solo. Or almost. Oh, he got poisoned, but the damage was pretty low. There's some inconsistency here. Some enemies do a lot, some others do very few. Oh, got paralyzed there. But it cleanses between waves, not a problem. And the Lotus, normal attack for now. You can even use Quadruple Moon Strike, or even use the shield if you're feeling dangerous. You may get to the last wave with Overdrive too, so just increases the damage you'll be able to land. This is the last gun from Leon. In my opinion, offensive is the best strategy, at least for this type of floors. Till we talk about bosses, well, we'll talk about bosses in another video. Okay, so we're going to use Quick Draw with Leon now. He already used all his chase. He's probably going to kill this enemy by himself. Yeah, he did. Now we're against the last one. If you want, you can even use something like Anti-Material Shot on Overdrive. Let's see if he kills. You can even use the Imperial Shield or Quadruple Moon Strike, and it works. This case is weak to Slash, so I'm going full damage. Should have used it in Urpina together. Forgot. I don't think he kills it by himself, but he gets pretty close. Yeah. So guys, this was the last strategy. I hope it helps you deciding which type of squads you want to use, especially new players. I know veterans can do this by themselves easily, but I want to document every new content when it's released. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and if you want to support the channel, there are links in the description of the video. I hope to see you soon in the next one. Bye.